Elke dag jou nommer 1 keuse. Radio Tygerberg 104 FM. Entrepreneurs Fokus op Radio Tygerberg 104 FM.
So there's so many options that you as a young aspiring entrepreneur or business person or self-individual that want to understand exactly what it is that I need to do to upskill myself and to make sure that I understand what is needed for me to be a proficient person within a company. I've got with me in studio Mike Potgieter, the Sales and Marketing Manager of Lesson Desk. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Mike. Thanks so much for having us here.
It's so nice to have you in studio. And like I said, it's so nice to inform people about what's going on in the environment outside, where I need to understand what is needed for me, firstly as an individual to upskill myself, but also within the companies, what I can do to make my company more efficient. Lesson Desk, a South African online end-to-end training platform. You guys have launched a new initiative to promote learning and development within small businesses by making your self-managed learning management system, or LMS, and selected formal training solutions available at no cost. So if I read that and I hear that, I've got questions. But before we get there, tell me more about Lesson Desk.
So Lesson Desk is what many would call an e-learning company. But as you've mentioned, we focus on end-to-end training as well as some other HR features as well. So what we do is we provide our clients with a bunch of digital platforms where they can then implement and create their own training platforms and distribute it to their staff for the training that's needed internally, or either it can be soft skill, upskilling as well. And then, as I mentioned, the other HR features that we also provide on our platform that's completely custom to our clients, which is screening, onboarding, peer reviews, surveys, and then, of course, our formal training as well.
The nice thing for me about something like that is, like you mentioned, you offer a unique solution to my company. So it's not a generic program that I have to follow within a specific industry. It's specific to my company needs. Am I right in saying that?
That's correct. So we provide you with a platform and you manage it yourself completely. So you can take your own training material and you can upload it to the platform and distribute it to the relevant roles or people within your company.
So for me as a company to make use of these type of services where I can then provide my own training programs and training materials to you as a company, what is needed from you guys or from us as a company to you guys where you can put this together so that I have the best possible outcome for my people?
So what we usually do when clients first sign up with us is we'll try and get a good estimation of what your training goals are, what you would like to do, and we try and help you guys as much as possible in that aspect. So for our training platform, we have some off-the-shelf courses as well, but it's always best if we take your existing training material and load that onto our platform. So if you have any videos or PDF documents, you can upload that. And if that's something that you don't have ready, we also have another department internally that can help you create those training documentation or videos, whichever you prefer.
And do you guys offer these services nationwide? Is it only at this stage in the Western Cape, in Cape Town specifically? Is it something that you roll out nationally?
No, it's something across the entire country. So our service is available for anyone in any industry, whatever they wish to do with the training. So whether it is company-based training or whether you are an entrepreneur and you would like to share your knowledge with other people as a training perspective, you're also more than welcome to do that.
That's something that you mentioned now that I often think about in terms of already established entrepreneurs and business owners, to share their knowledge and experience with young aspiring individuals, companies, and entrepreneurs. What would your suggestion be for those companies to reach out to you guys and to share the knowledge with young businesses, small businesses? And what is the focus in terms of why is it so important for you guys to assist small businesses?
Look, our goal has always been to create workforces that are knowledgeable, empowered, skilled in order to do the tasks that are required of them, and to do that with confidence as well. And that goes by giving them the tools to upskill them and basically educating them on exactly what is needed for you to perform in order to be a successfully contributing employee at a company.
I think that's such an important role that you guys play as, I want to say, middleman between people that don't know and need to be informed about this type of services and the importance of a company like Lesson Desk, where you have these services and solutions to offer to people. How can I, as an individual, firstly reach out to you, but also as an owner of a company? And the reason why I ask individuals, is there any programs that I, as an individual, can enroll with you guys to empower myself and develop certain skill sets? And also, as a young small business, how can I reach out to you guys to make use of your services and to find out how I can develop and grow and improve my efficiency of my company?
So for individuals who would like to upskill themselves, get a little bit more knowledge of what's happening in the industry, or potentially upskill them on certain soft skills aspects, we have some off-the-shelf courses that is available on our website, which you can just have a look at and browse through to see if there's anything that is interesting to individuals. And then for small businesses, as you've mentioned before, we have our small business support program that's running, and that's available for companies who have 30 or less employees, where we're making our system completely free with a formal training aspect, where smaller companies can then go and put their own internal training on our system and then pass that knowledge through to their staff. So for anyone who is interested in looking at Lesson Desk, you can always visit our website at www.lessondesk.com, or you can have a look on our socials for any new and upcoming ideas as well.
Is that something that you mentioned now, young and upcoming ideas? Is that something that Lesson Desk basically promote and say, we've got a specific course that we focus on for this month? Is that something that you're looking into, and is it something that they need to keep an eye out for?
Look, our focus is more on our system side of things, where we want to put the power in companies' hands to create and implement their own training platforms, where our courses are always available. We're always looking at new content partners as well. But from the system side of things, we are always looking to develop our system to create the best product of e-learning that is out there. And this year, we've got quite a bunch of exciting things coming up, and always looking to implement to improve our system.
Lastly, what I wanted to ask you in terms of, is there a final message that you want to put out there for people to make use of your services? Because I think, like I said, I've said this a couple of times now, I think there's such a big need for a company like Lesson Desk that help the companies, small businesses, to improve their services, to improve their employees. What would your message be to small businesses to reach out to you?
Look, I think that there is the misconception that training isn't always needed in a company. It's something that maybe gets pushed to the back burner when other things become more important. But for the importance of your employees and their engagement within your company, it's important for them to know what exactly it is that you expect of them and the skills they need to develop to deliver a service that you as a company owner would be proud of in order to generate more clients and client satisfaction as well. So my message out there would be that training is more important than you think. And for employees itself, contributing to the business in that aspect is also very rewarding.
I think it's so important what you touched on now in terms of, I know companies often think about, especially when there's budget cuts, that some of the first things that they cut is marketing and training. And I think obviously small companies often think that if they empower their employees, I'm going to train someone and they just leave for a bigger salary to another company. And I think sometimes that's so important what you say is that's the part that we miss is when he or she is currently working for me. So I'd rather prevent them from offering the best possible service to my clients rather than have them go to another company kind of thing. And I think that's important. What you guys are busy doing is informing people that training is the best possible solution to upskill your people, but also to instill and empower people within your company. Because I think people work at companies and then often think, but there's no growth for me within the company. And that's where these type of programs also come in.
That's correct.
Abigail, I want to thank you for coming out to us to the studio today. Just finally, again, you mentioned the website, www.lessondesk.com. Would that be the best place for people to go and find out more information on Lesson Desk, the programs like you mentioned earlier, and how can people reach out to you guys? Electronic, email, what would be the best format of reaching out to you guys to make use of your services?
Look, our website has all the information that you would need about Lesson Desk, and through there you can also go and contact us. Otherwise, you can contact us telephonically at 021-521-3850, or you can send us an email at learn@lessondesk.com.
Well, I want to encourage you, if you just tuned in, I have spoken to Abigail Potgieter, the Sales and Marketing Manager of Lesson Desk. Go to www.lessondesk.com, like she said, 021-521-3850, or learn at lessondesk.com. And I must say that the website and everything is put out very easily. Even I can understand it. It's user-friendly, so I can immediately go to sales inquiries, partnerships, help and support, careers. And what's nice is there's a description underneath the heading. So if I go to careers, the question is, do you have a passion for all things learning? Contact the HR team for our vacancies. And I think that's something that people need to know where they can reach out to. So www.lessondesk.com. Abigail, thank you so much for coming through to our studios. It was nice to have you. And I'm going to send all of the inquiries through to you guys as well. So stuur nou vir my 'n boodskap na 0844-104-104 of 32716 as jy meer inligting oor Lesson Desk verlang. Abigail, thank you so much.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
Jy is ingeskakel op Radio Tygerberg 104 FM.